So about a year ago, a friend of mine gave me a call and he said, Ryan, I hate my job, man. He said, I'm going to quit. He said, you're 28 years old. He said, I don't know anybody else in the world that has more freedom in the workplace than you do. He said, you got to help me out. So I told him two things. I said, number one, don't quit your job. You don't have to. If you quit your job, you're going to be forced to make decisions out of necessity. You don't want to go down that path. I said, number two, I just learned a skill, and I got really damn good at it. And I said, and these are moving pretty fast. I said, I got good at it. And I said, you can do the same thing. And I said, it's actually really easy, and I can tell you how to do it over the phone. And he listened to me. 120 days later, he quit his job, and he did it on his own terms. He is now working remotely. He's happy. He's spending time with his children. And everything that I told him on the phone, I'm going to tell you guys today. So it all begins with figuring out what you're going to do. And that's really the hardest part, honestly, because there's so many different avenues you can take, right? We all know it's got to be something that you can do remotely. A lot of people want to start like an app, right? But an app takes a lot of capital up front. It takes a very specific skill set to market that app. So it's very difficult to get going with that. So I always suggest, learn a skill, learn a service, right? I mean, these are services right now that are in ridiculous high demand, and they're free to learn, right? I mean, I don't have time to get into all these right now, so I'm going to focus on pay-per-click ads. It's what I advised my friend to do, and it's what he chose to go down. So how do you learn it? So if you don't know, pay-per-click ads are the paid listings that show up on the side of search engines, and when you click on it, the advertiser pays Google for that fee. Now, getting those up there is a science in itself. It's very difficult, and it really requires an expert to do it. And seeing that it's a $30 billion a year industry, it's kind of a good skill to know. So how do you learn it? Well, you don't have to spend $100,000 a year at a college to do it because you can learn it for free. Google has an unbelievable free online course. It walks you through everything that you need to know for pay-per-click ads, A to Z. And then there is also a free online certification. Now, I'm not going to lie, the certification is extremely difficult to pass, but if you can pass it, then you become a Google partner. When you're a Google certified partner, you can pretty much market yourself. So my friend, who has kids, he binge watched Netflix, and to be honest, he's kind of a dumbass, was able to get it done in 60 days by spending an hour each morning by studying. Now, if he can do it, I'm confident anybody here can do it. So it's not just enough to know it, you have to master it, because you can't just offer a skill. You really got to get a return on people's money. So how can you do that? Well, luckily we live in the free information age, right? Everything that you need to know is at the tip of your fingers, and it's all free. Forums, social media groups, blogs, it's all out there. You just got to put in the time and the effort to find it. Ask questions, engage with people, share case studies. It goes a very long way in mastering your trade. Trust me, I do it every day. What else? You got to practice over and over and over again. You got to get good at it. So because you kept your job, you have the freedom to offer it for free. Everyone in here knows somebody who owns a business. Tell them, say, look, I will run your marketing for free. All you got to do is give me a testimonial, recommendation, whatever. So the next step is monetizing. How do you do it? I mean, to be honest with you, this is actually the easiest part, because there are dozens of online sites, Fiverr, Elance, Freelancer, where businesses go. They post what they need. They say, look, I need a PPC ads expert. And you go and you bid, right? And again, because you kept your job, you have the freedom. You don't have to do it out of necessity. You can go and you can offer a low rate. You can go and you can say, look, I'll do it for free for a month. I'll do it for free until you see results, right? And you can build a track record of success. And once you have that track record of success, you can scale, right? You can go to places like BNI, Chamber of Commerce. And if you have a track record of success, I'm telling you, these people will literally give you business. And then once you do that, you can quit your job. So my friend was able to do it in 120 days. To be honest with you, it took me a little bit longer. It took me a couple of years. I'm from Boston, obviously. I went to a great undergrad school. I took a job with Deloitte Consulting, got my MBA, and I hated it. I hated the culture. I hated that they made me wear a suit and tie. I couldn't get tattoos, all that fun stuff. So I took it upon myself to learn a skill. I'm an SEO by trade, web development. I learned it and I got good at it. And I started freelancing and I started making pretty good money doing it. So I then opened my own small agency, and now I do contracting consulting with a lot of large companies down here and some marketing agencies as well, Sapient Nitro. I don't know if anyone's familiar with it. So that's kind of my story. I mean, it's kind of different than what we just heard. So For more information, I'd love to connect. I'll be around. I jam this all information all into 5 minutes. It's not enough time. This is some of my information. Please feel free to connect. Again, I don't do a lot of public speaking, so this was fun. Thank you, guys. Ryan Stewart.